So you dropped out of school quite early?
Yeah, I dropped out of school when I was 13, bro. It was just rubbish to me because, again, school is designed by the government to teach you. That's what the idea of school is, isn't it? So that it can get you used to working for the man, get you used to taking orders. A lot of schools are built like prisons, you know, like the inside of it and the way it is. And that's basically what it is. It's teaching you to be a yes man and basically, yep, and follow them orders and do what you've got to do. From time, when you go to school, when you was in school, did you have to put your hand up and say, excuse me, can I go to the toilet, please? Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Why would you ask for something as natural as that to go for a piss? That's your human right, bro. You shouldn't have to ask that, but that's what they're teaching the kids. It's a whole different kind of worms because they're now saying to children, how do you feel? Like you're a boy or a girl? What's just it? Don't even get me started on that, bro, because that's a whole different kettle of fish. That's crazy. When I was in school, we didn't have that. Yeah. Them things weren't going on in school. People weren't talking about them kind of things in school like that then. It's not really. But that's even more reason why I believe the education system shouldn't be finished, because I believe there is a lot of things good that can come from it, of course. But it needs to be looked at, bro. The curriculum and the way it's run is insane to me. It's not right at all, and it basically teaches kids that they have to like obey basically, and I can only do this because you've told me to. I can only go to the toilet because I've literally had to ask for permission and you've dismissed me and told me that I can go. That's crazy, bro. Like, no one should live like that. So school, I believe, again, is almost like a scare factor and a control factor built up by the government in order to train you from young how to be their puppet, which they want you to be. School doesn't really teach you how to do your own thing and how to own your own business. When I went to school, I was never taught how to make my own money and start my own business. I was taught how to make money for someone else and how to follow other people's rules and how to do as I'm told. Basically, school taught me to do as I'm told, and that's not how life should work, bro. You shouldn't always do as you're told. It's important to break boundaries and to go out of your way, to go extra steps in life with things. School didn't ever really teach me that. So when I got to an age that I started to understand that, done out, bro. I just wanted to focus on the music, and I always knew from young that I wanted to be some sort of entertainer. So I just wanted to focus on that, bro, because school weren't teaching me that.
No, fair enough. I mean, after dropping out at 13, what did you do? What was the journey to music and everything else?
For the first couple of years, bro, I'll be real, I was just what you call a dosser, but I was 13, so you know what I mean? Yeah. And I didn't smoke weed then, so I weren't like your typical, as you'd imagine, like 13-year-old pothead that just sat at home. I really would just sit on the computer, bro, just studying the scene, because we had a little scene, you know what I mean? So I would just sit at home watching that. We had like, by the time I was like 14, obviously I dropped out when I was 13 and a half. So by the time I was 14, like 6 months later, we had like Know Me TV, which is like a platform for like the Southeast and that for like rappers and that. So I just used to Know Me TV.
Oh, right, yeah.
So yeah, I just used to sit there at home all day watching all the rap battles. I tried to go to a few of the rap battles. I used to just, like I say, go to SP's all the time and just sit around his studio, just watching all the artists and what they was doing. I just wanted to be surrounded by music or that culture as much as I could. So that's all I really done, bro, until I was about 16. And then I was your typical, like, got a girlfriend and all of that, you know what I mean? Started smoking and yeah.
No, fair enough, yeah. Did you get kicked out or drop out?
No, I dropped out, bro. The social services, they tried to come around, they tried to find my parents and tried to tell them off and speak to them all stern or shit like that. And I thought that was just something like a rumour, like a scare. When they say, you have to go to school, otherwise the social services will put you in prison and fine you. It's real life.
Yeah. Truancy.
Yeah. But I took control of that. I was a very, should we say, forward person for 13. So when they come round, I remember they was being very abrupt with my mum. And talking to her in a type of way, and I always go on energy, bro. I always have since even when I was a little kid, so I just didn't like their energy, and I sort of took over the situation and said, look, don't talk to my mum like that, and don't, you know what I mean? I'm not going to school, it ain't happening. And some would say I was a bit of a little shit with it and a bit rebellious, but that's kind of how I had to be with it. And I just said, there's no way. By that age then, I realised it was all this, you have to go to school, it's a scare. And I realised that there's not actually anything you have to do. You don't have to do anything apart from eat and drink, bro, and wash yourself. You know, like that. Apart from that, you don't really have to do anything in life. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't have to sit in front of a whiteboard on a desk for 6 hours a day learning how to be a government slave. So when they said, you have to go to school, I said, no, I don't have to do that. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to. So then, yeah, I just dropped out, bro, and that was it.
No, fair enough.